Okay, we're here in Pittsburgh at Heinz Hall, and one of the individuals, Nick Daley, who has been working with Glenn for about 2 years, I think, has come up with all of the sound design for the show that he has to meld with the orchestra. And so here's Nick. And Nick, did I get that right? You've been working with Glenn for about 2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years. So.
And has Glenn ever come to you and said something like of this size, this kind of project?
No, this is by far the most massive thing we've ever tried to undertake. So.
Now, one thing Glenn said was that the storm scene just took a massive amount of time and editing. Can you tell them about that?
Absolutely. The storm, it took about 2 weeks to do the storm itself, which is about an 8-minute segment of the show, if that gives you any idea of the small portion of the show. And it was almost 3,000 edits in that 8-minute time span, and 2 weeks of gathering sounds of breaking stalks of corn, and going out and running through fields, and literally most of the sound for this show was recorded for this show. We didn't want to use a lot of canned sound effects.
Why is that? Why can't you just get like a sound of corn breaking? Why do you have to go out there and run through?
Well, a lot of those libraries, you have to have a license for and stuff like that, and for something that if we could do it ourselves, we might as well. And that's just something, plus it's fun for me to do. Sound designers, we like to go out and get our hands dirty, so.
And how many edits did it take? When Glenn first heard it, he loved it, but it was just too long. We had to shorten it. Was that the?
We had to shorten it down, and it was overpowering. I hadn't heard the orchestra with it yet, and some of the orchestra pieces were colliding. So actually, once I got to New York, I had to go back and edit it down even further to take out some of the wind, which was just dwarfing the orchestra. So I think we're on like our third revision of the storm now.
And when you say that, today is actually our first.
And today is the first show. So over the last week, I've done 3 revisions of the storm.
And how many edits total was that to that 8-minute sound segment?
Well, I'm not sure if you can see here the way the storm is laid out. And basically, I'm just drawing in automation curves as we do the show, and then. And these are just some of the storm tracks, basically.
Oh,
these are stemmed out into swirls and growls. So, each one of these lines is a volume curve. So, but I'm also able to control it with this chord controller here. And so, as you can see, I have sounds labeled out and mapped to the keys, so I can fire them off live. If Glenn runs a little long,
can you play a sound now?
I can, yeah.
So that they can hear.
If they have me up. Which let me just. Here's one of the growls.
Now, you guys can hear that when you watch this video. We can actually feel it, and we are all the way in the back of this theater, and your body physically shakes when he plays that. It's quite the production. So, Nick, I guess in about 40 minutes we'll see all this put together.
We'll see how it goes. It'll be awesome, though.
Okay, our fingers are crossed for you. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Wow, incredible.